What if I told you that you can take between $5 all the way up to $150, click one of two buttons, and have a 50% chance of making an 80% profit on that money? Well, first of all, you might think, okay, well, that sounds a lot like gambling. But what if I told you that it was related to the price of Bitcoin, and that basically you were going to be trying to guess, is Bitcoin going to go up or down in the next 10 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour, or even all the way up to 1 day? Well, that's exactly what the brand new feature on the exchange MEXC is. They call it Prediction Futures. If we scroll down, it reads, Prediction Futures let traders predict specific outcomes of future cryptocurrency prices. Each futures contract represents an up or down prediction on an even result. Currently, you can trade bullish and bearish prediction futures. Correct predictions earn a payout, while incorrect one loses the contract amount. Now, what this means is that you're going to try to guess if the price of Bitcoin is going to go up or down in the time frame that you select. If you're right, you'll make between 82 to 87% profit. If you're wrong, you lose 100% of your money. So it is quite different from normal futures in the sense that there is an expiry date / time to the contracts, and you're not really doing long or short. I mean, you are, but the buttons are called up and down. Now, if you're not familiar with crypto, no worries. It's pretty simple to get started. I'll have a link at the top of the description to get signed up to MEXC, which is what we call a centralized exchange, a platform that, in simple terms, holds the money for you and lets you do all kinds of stuff like buying crypto, seeing the different price of crypto tokens, spot trading, which means that you're basically buying an asset, waiting for it to go up and then selling it at a profit, futures, which is leveraged trading, and the prediction futures that's right here that we're going to talk about today. Once you've created an account and passed the KYC, meaning you just like submit proof of address and whatnot, you're able to buy crypto with a credit card, or you can even do it with like a bank transfer, etc., etc. There's multiple various options. If you're already in crypto, you probably know that you can also deposit straight on chain. But simply put, once you've got funds on MEXC, the first thing you want to do is have them converted to USDT, which is a stable coin cryptocurrency, meaning it's a cryptocurrency that stays at the value of $1. Once you've got that on your wallet, you can hover futures and click on prediction, and that will bring you to this page, and you can see all the buttons right here with time units being 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day, and you have your buttons right here, up or down. If you go 10 minutes, the payout's 82%. Every time frame above that is going to be 87%. But let's hop into it because I did record myself trying it out. Let's see if I made a profit or a loss. So right here, you can see a couple of the orders I've opened in the last like 30 minutes. This one's a 10-minute one. Basically, this one right here saying the price of Bitcoin will be lower than that in 10 minutes. We're about halfway through it. This one was, I believe, a 30-minute one. It's the one with the 3-minute expiration. Opening time 12:47. It's now 1:13. So, yeah, well, it's not going our way right now. In the next 3 minutes and 30 seconds, basically, we want it to be over this line in order to make, I believe, 87%. It is. Yes, it is right here. You can see that right there. And that would be for, simply put, a quantity of 35 USDT. That would be 65. So $30 profit, which would be kind of insane. But obviously, for that to happen, we need this red candle to turn green and go above this line right here. And then I've got some longer orders in place, like this 1 hour one, because I believe the price of Bitcoin in 1 hour will be higher than what it currently is, because we're pretty much at the bottom for the last week. It was all the way up to like 111,000, and now we're sitting at like 105. Now, I'd like to show you what happens when you take an L and when you take a W. So when you do actually win one of these so-called bets, and when you do lose one of these so-called bets. So we'll have our expiry time right here in around 1 minute and 30 seconds. Hopefully it can be over, so I can show you what it looks like when you win. And then one of these will probably lose, and then I can show you what happens when you lose. Now, obviously, while I'm doing all this, I'm just not doing it absolutely randomly. I'm looking at the Bitcoin chart in like a 15-minute window, since I'm doing pretty short-term time units, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. It's basically a moving average indicator that will tell me, hey, is there more buying pressure than selling currently going on? You can use other indicators like RSI, etc., etc. Now, if you'd like to be safer, obviously I do the 1 day time frame, but the crypto market, you can't, even with indicators, you can't exactly tell what's going to happen, right? It's not like the stock market where a company will release earnings and something will happen. It's tied to a lot of geopolitical stuff. We've got 15 seconds left on it. This one might take an L unless we see a quick spike in the next 10 seconds, which I don't think is necessarily going to happen. And 3, 2, 1. Nope. Okay, that's an L. Okay, so when you actually lose one of these, it says prediction result is 0. So the prediction was inaccurate. It takes your 35 USDT, meaning 100% of your bet, and that's it. You just lose. Which, quite unfortunate that just a couple seconds later it went over it, but that's just how it is. We should have another one coming up right here, which is a basically a down bet, shorting the price of Bitcoin, essentially. That's going to be in about 1 minute, so I'll be able to show you that as well. And this is an order for $17, so in 10-minute time frame, so that pays out 82%. And that'll be a total payout of $30.94 if the price obviously stays under this red line right here. We've got 40 seconds to go. Can it do it? Can it stay under the price of 105,970? Just about 10 seconds to go with huge green candles happening right now. I'm on the 1 minute time frame. I know it's useless to look at the 1 minute time frame usually, but I just want to see it. Okay, so there we go. That's a winning prediction result. So if I click on it, where'd it go? I can see, well, it disappeared, but if I go on closed positions right here, you can see quantity 17 USDT, payout 82%, payout amount 30.94. So our PNL is just under $14, and it does get credited instantly to your available balance right here. So that's kind of cool. And then you can just go and say $30. It has to be a round number right here. I haven't actually figured out how to do like 0.94 yet. Maybe if I copy paste. No, it has to be a round number, and obviously it's going to be between 5 USDT all the way up to 150 USDT. And then you just select your time frame, like right here, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day. We're going to go 30 minutes on this one with $30, which means our payout is going to be 87% or 56.10 USDT. And then you just go ahead and click on like up or down. I'm going to go ahead and click on up right here. And then you're going to have to confirm the order. You can see the profit's going to be 26.1 USDT in the 30-minute time frame with 30 USDT, and click on confirm, and bam. And now obviously this is not going to be necessarily the price that you see on the exchange right here. It is a different price, as you can see. And that's going to be because here, this is the price at which it's trading on MEXC, but then you've also got index price, fair price, and you should have market price. Simply put, index price, this one right here, is based on the whole market, whereas this one is the price it's currently trading on this specific exchange. So this price is always going to be different. Just keep that in mind. Now, my reasoning behind these 30-minute and 1 hour bets that you can see right here is that Bitcoin kind of ate the floor this morning right here, right? All the way down to 104,530, very close to 106,000. And I think that if it can break it, it'll just basically keep riding up a little bit. So a little bit longer time frame, 30 minutes to 1 hour. And hopefully, if we go to like 15 minutes, my hope is that in the long run, in the next hour/30 minutes, we do kind of like go over $106,000 Bitcoin. But yeah, I started with around, I believe, 37 USDT. This was just like a little tryout to see exactly how it worked, making sure that I understood everything. And then I started with exactly 38 USDT, my bad. And you can see that now in open positions, I've got 30, 40, and 31. Let's just round it up to 30. So that's around $100. So we're almost up 3 times. So it can be a great way to like make a quick buck, but it can also be a great way to lose a quick buck. That's going to depend on the time frame you choose, on market volatility, and a bunch of other factors. But it's a fun thing to do if you're not into like actually trading futures and leverage, because you don't want to go that complicated into it. You'll get either 87% or 82% if you go to 10-minute time frame. Honestly, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool they added this. Just keep in mind that it is pretty similar to gambling, so like don't get addicted to this and lose a ton of money. One use case I think that prediction futures are going to be great is when we're going to see like rate announcements. If you think they're going to like cut rates or whatever, you could totally go like 1 hour or 1 day and say, hey, this thing's going to go up, right? It's going to skyrocket. Or another like geopolitical thing. Unfortunately, it does happen, but if a war pops out, the price might go down, so you could bet on down. Now, you have to keep in mind there are going to be trading limits on this function, meaning you can do a daily loss of maximum 3,000 USDT, then it won't let you place any more orders. You can have 4 positions open at any given time, not anything over that. You can make up to 50 predictions per day. And obviously, price limits. Each prediction future is subject to price limits to mitigate financial risks, which means that you're only allowed to throw between $5 all the way up to $150 at this. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed that little presentation about the new MEXC feature. If you don't have an account, as I said earlier, first link in the description, that'll get you started on MEXC. If you'd like to learn about other things like Cool Deepin, meaning decentralized physical infrastructure network nodes that help power services that are competitors to Google Meets and Zoom, you could go ahead and watch this video right here. But on that note, it was your boy Marcel, aka Smokecalm. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch y'all in another one. Peace.